With the inauguration of Trump and the ceasefire in the Middle East, the fall of Damascus, we are transitioning from the war on terror in a broad sense. I sometimes called it the Great Eurasian War. The rise of Zion, this idea that only the Western world has the moral and even religious excuse to control the world. You hear it from American politicians all the time, that if we're not involved in imperial efforts around the world, it creates a vacuum and our enemies will take over. That's Zionism. And Zionism is now the uniparty operation of America. And you've seen that with all the oligarchs now behind Trump. Everybody's in the tent now, right? And they will declare what I believe is a Pyrrhic victory in this creation of Eretz Israel, Greater Israel. And last month, the United States taxpayer, 66% of that, of the entire cash flow of the Internal Revenue System went to interest. Ray Dalio was on my feed this morning, and he made a big presentation the last couple of years and compares the United States to other empires and basically says we're going through a restructuring right now. And the technology of TikTok moving us into Web3 is part of that. The transition of interest rates just on a slow, steady climb. The absolute predominance of big tech gathering behind Trump, because if they can't maintain the market cap, these giant market caps of Web 2.0, of big tech, the whole thing falls apart. So our thesis is that we are now not part of the New Jerusalem or the New Israel or some sort of revival of some sort of state that came out of, that's 3,000 years old and came from the Old Testament, is that we are now Dajjal. We are now a completely fake democracy, completely fake economy, drowning in interest payments. Our children are homeless, just like Thomas Jefferson said. If we ever give the bankers the ability to create money, our children will wake up homeless on the continent their fathers conquered. And now what we have is, you hear Andreessen, the great Andreessen Horowitz, the venture capitalist, said at some point, thank God for Oxy and video games so we don't have to listen to those people from small towns. These people are sick, disgusting people that are taking over. And they're all in one big tent now. And as America approaches financial insolvency, the project of the war on terror, which appears to be successful, is now going to require American muscle to maintain it, which we don't have. We don't have the economic muscle, from semiconductors to people joining the U.S. Navy who have a high school diploma. And you can hear it all the time now on financial media. There's a relentless rise in rates. That's sort of like the ongoing, unprovoked invasion of Ukraine. The relentless rise in rates has taken the 10-year to 5%. When the 10-year goes to 5%, we are in a new world financially, because the graph of U.S. debt is going vertical. It's going to take us to 50 trillion in debt, and the math is real easy. 50 trillion times 5% is $2.5 trillion in interest we'll be paying. Now, well, this is insane, isn't it? Maybe. But like most things that happen in America, they're probably a conspiracy. And conspiracies, when they become revealed, we call them strategies. And the strategy all along may have been to bankrupt the United States of America and take all of its assets. You've already heard Gavin Newsom talking about Los Angeles 2.0. You're already hearing Larry Fink talking about, oh, it's going to take 6 to 10 years to rebuild Los Angeles. They're already thinking this. There's no rule of law here, people, that I have a house, I paid insurance on it. Just like United Healthcare Group doesn't pay a third of the claims, these people in LA are never going to get the full value of their money. Let's talk about that for a minute. The U.S. Treasury is compromised for reasons I just told you. Basically, rates are going to 5%. We know that the banking system is compromised. There's no equity in the banking system. There's no equity. There's nothing there. Okay? It is just a pure credit mechanism. There's no deposits there, people. There's no equity there. Let's do the insurance. The estimates are that the losses in the insurance industry because of fires and muted responses to natural disasters is now over $2.5 trillion. Now remember, the banking system and the insurance system are very, very highly regulated by the U.S. government, but the U.S. government has no backup plan for either one of them. And the losses in the insurance are going to now